Peace, peace, y'all. It's Rise Above TV. You already know. Back at it with another video. Such a pleasure to be able to get on here and speak to y'all. Those who are listening, you feel me? I appreciate y'all. So yeah, I just want to take some time to talk about love, Something I'm not too comfortable talking about, you feel me? I don't like getting too sentimental and shit. I don't even like saying that word, but you know. I feel like it's something that I would like to talk about because I've just been feeling things, I've just been feeling it. I've been feeling love, as of recently. Well, I'd say tonight. It's like 3 o'clock over here or something. Almost 4. Nah, it's probably like 3. But yeah, I'm just over here just going through the motions, thinking about exes and past lovers and just really going through the motions and trying not to act out of emotion and shit and find myself in a situation that I don't belong in. It might be a retrograde going on or something. I don't know. But I've been meditating a lot tonight because I haven't been able to sleep. So I know that as of recently, my intuition has been telling me to meditate more because I've been really going hard physically, So I was just meditating and I was just thinking about the women that I have feelings for and that, I was just thinking about women. I think throughout the day, I'd be so occupied with work and all this other shit. I'll be thinking oh good. I'll be like, man, I ain't tripping on none of that shit. None of that love shit. Nigga, that shit ain't gonna pay the bills. Yo, God, that's how I be throughout the day. But then it's at night, that shit hit. I'm saying that shit hits, yo. I'll be fantasizing. I'll be going through it. I'll be in my feelings. I'll be wanting to cuddle. I'll be wanting that intimate, shit. When the day is over, I ain't gonna lie. I'll be scheming. Yo. It don't even always be me just wanting, pussy or nothing like that. It's I just be wanting to cuddle and just to be, feel close to another woman. I mean, to a woman, But I'm learning, and I'm proud of myself. I just gotta meditate more because I've realized that I've been having this void within me, and I tend to say I love myself a lot, and I do love myself. Trust me, I do. But sometimes I don't realize how much of a void that I actually have within myself and that I used to use, relationships and, relationships with women to fill that void. And it's just not healthy, And that's just not what love is, If you feel like you're attached to somebody and you can't love them from afar, even if they're not with you, even whatever, if you can't love this person unconditionally, then is it even really true love? You know what I'm saying? And I just had to start thinking about that, man, as I was meditating tonight, and I was just clearing my heart, clearing my mind, because before I was meditating stuff, I was thinking of women in a different way, not in a bad way, but in a way of filling a void. But then I started clearing my mind, clearing my heart and my spirit, and I was just like, you know what? I truly, genuinely care for these women. And I love these women, you know what I'm saying? I have love for them. So I'm going to just send them love. I just meditated and just imagined, whoever it was and just sent them love and just, sent them, loving words, meditatively, you know, knowing that they'll receive it, whether they know it's from me or not. You know, I just, I just want to see the people that I care about happy, and I want to see them healthy. I want to see them thriving, even if that's not with me. You feel me? And I've always just been selfish in the sense to where it's just like, if it's not with me, then I don't give a fuck. You feel me? But I've been working on myself and working on my emotions and my emotional intelligence and shit. And yeah, just sending them love and just like being happy for them, when they're happy in a relationship, or just doing what they love and just not wanting to interfere with that, not wanting to meddle in with that. If you see them, somebody that you love or have love for, truly enjoying being without you, like their life is better without you, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like just love that person anyways. If you genuinely love them, like it's not going to change. You feel me? It's still like, I love you enough to stay out the way. I love you enough to root for you even if you're not with me, and to still support you and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm really learning a lot about unconditional love these days. And I think I feel like the more that I meditate and clear my heart and just my body, my mind, the more I can release certain things with grace, Because 9 times out of 10, like, the reason that I'm not, connected to these women or still in a relationship is because of my inability to be more emotionally intelligent. So if I want to carry on with better relationships, and, a better love life, then I have to acknowledge this and clear any resentment, any hurt, any grief or whatever that I may feel from not being with this person or not being in contact with this person, being blocked and all this other shit. You feel me? Like, if I want to move forward in a different way with the women in my future, in the now, that I have the potential to be with or connect with, and I have to release and really come to terms and acceptance of what has transpired in my past, heal from it, acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying? And move on with a new sense of like growth and evolution, you know? Because I could feel it. It's like, I personally don't want to potentially damage any more relationships, due to my lack of, just being in tune with my heart chakra more and just being consistent with that, you know. It's me taking accountability. But yeah, for a long time, for a while, my love life has been rough. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It really has. But I have to acknowledge that it's me and it's the work that I'm doing and that I'm not doing. So, so like, I've made a video like this on Instagram, which it really helped a lot. But I started feeling myself. You know how you like, you realize something and it's helping you grow and you're actually on that path. And then all of a sudden you start going back to your old ways and shit. That's kind of what happens to me, you know? So I guess this video is just another way of reinforcing what I was talking about before. But anyways, you know, I just feel like love is crucial in my life and life in general. You know, you can't deny that. Like, you can't deny the union of the feminine and the masculine and how much that is actually needed to balance and to create wholeness. Even though you want to be whole within yourself, like I was explaining before, you don't want to use a partnership, a relationship to fill a void, but you want to understand that the importance and the importance of the masculine and the feminine working together and building together and creating together and merging together, and how much deep down everybody wants that, no matter how much they close their hearts or they act like they don't and all this other shit. I just feel like it's all an act. It's all a defense mechanism, a coping mechanism, whatever, you know? And I find myself going through that a lot. And I mean, it's not always a bad thing. Like, you know, you want to make sure your livelihood is, you know, together, your life is straight, you getting your shit together, blah, blah, blah. But I've come to terms like, am I really cut out to be the type of dude where it's like, fuck love for real? Like, am I really cut out for that shit? Because I feel like when I get in that mode, like my health internally, like, and just my heart closes. I get really like just numb, man. I get numb. And I just don't feel like I'm cut out for that. Like, there's dudes out here that are really cutthroat like that, and I just don't think that's me. It's an aspect of myself, but the thing is, a lot of men, we just get hurt. We get hurt really bad, you know. Whether if it was our fault or the woman that we was with, at the end of the day, it'd be our fault, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, usually with men or women in the past or women in the past, it really hurt, you know, certain men, and they never go back to that way of being able to love again, you know. But I've been hurt in my past quite a few times, but I don't think that I can be that type of person where it's like fuck love, like, and just live like that and just make that my identity. Like, nah, I have that aspect of myself, and I like to utilize that aspect of myself to make sure I'm focused. You feel me? But it's like, I've learned it's a way to go about doing it. You feel me? So like,